Balenciagas on my feet, stay in.
Oh boy, fresh.
I got these pointers, neck and wrist, stay in.
Oh boy, fresh.
I'm always fresher than the rest, stay in.
Oh boy, fresh.
Since 96, I'm in this game, stay in.
Oh boy, fresh.
Balenciagas on my feet, stay in.
Oh boy, fresh.
I got these pointers, neck and wrist, stay in.
Oh boy, fresh.
I'm always fresher than the rest, stay in.
Oh boy, fresh.
Since 96, I'm in.
It was really light. It wasn't nothing big. I fried some chicken, grilled some chicken, cucumber salad, and made some little personal cheesecakes for everybody. And they tore that shit up.
And ain't bring me not one little taste test.
What is it? The clear people sort him up. It was nothing but clear people, men, and alcohol.
I'm just playing. I'm playing.
That shit didn't last. It was a really lot of seafood left, and then I left early this morning because I was. You know what I was gonna do? I was gonna get all the rest of that seafood, equally distribute into little Ziploc bags, and post on my story. And I got leftover bags. You feel me? For a little low, do it for like $10, $15. You feel me? It's leftovers. So you can't do too much. You know what I mean?
Right.
I was gonna do that, but what is it? Yeah, I did that yesterday. Yeah, I just be doing my thing. It's a holiday season too. What is it? You guys can definitely put in your orders. I will be opening the kitchen back soon here within the next week or two. What is it? Yeah, we're going to get the menu back started. I'll be back cooking again few days out the week.
I'm going to be your first customer. You already know.
She always is, for real. She don't care if it's late. If it's 8 o'clock and she know the kitchen finna close, it make sure you got me a plate slate. Make sure you put it up. Yep. She'll tell me early in the day. Don't if you I know you're gonna sell out. Put me a plate up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please and thank you.
I drop it off last.
Well, I had a pretty entertaining night last night. I was not cooking shit. I had to do a photo video shoot.
Ooh.
It was for a quinceañera.
Ooh.
Actually went pretty well. It was actually pretty good. I can't even complain about it.
Was it fun? to experience that. Have you been to a quince before?
Yeah, I've been to multiple quinces before.
Okay.
This was the first time that I say I was actually working one.
Uh-huh.
Usually, I'm going to go kick it. And
Okay, and drink. Real.
have some fun with the
That must be lit.
Mexicanas. This time I was working with them, so it was all good. All right, so tonight we got Baby J on the couch. She came through, and well, last time she was here, she was.
He's not gonna let that go.
Okay, but this time, well, she actually came with a whole totally different flow. So we're gonna be talking about mental health, specifically in the African American culture and community.
Yes. I don't think it's talked about enough.
Definitely not.
It's talked about a lot. It just depends on where. I think the person that spearheaded that initially was like Charlemagne the God. He's talked about it a lot, and then since then, it's kind of starting to get normalized. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so my mom passed away 4.5 years ago, and I think it was about 1.5 years, 2 years after the fact, when calls slowed down, family members wasn't calling me, my brother kind of chilled a little bit. Even my kid, like my older kids, it kind of hit everybody hard. I was dealing with it, but I didn't get to truly deal with it. And then like COVID happened, and I got stuck at home, and yeah, I realized
It got real.
Yeah, shit got real. It hit me real hard, real fast.
Yeah.
And at that point is when I actually went and did something that I thought I would never do. Well, first and foremost, I had to acknowledge that I was in depression. I was depressed. Deep depression. I stopped going to the gym. I didn't care about what I ate. I just didn't care no more. There were certain times where it was like, I don't even know if I want to live anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when I got professional help. People don't even really know. It'll be the first time a lot of people hearing this, including my brother who's in the chat right now. I went and saw the professional, and I went and actually sat down and had a conversation with them and kind of got a lot of things off my chest. And they heard me out, and
the man in him is like fighting to
He's
admit
fighting.
that shit. He is still like accepting that he had to
Right.
go through that. I love
feel
that.
it.
I love that you did that though.
so for me, it wasn't really for me. It was more for my kids, because like the thought process, the way it affected me, it affects my health, because I stopped working out. I went from crazy personal trainer at the gym, 5, 6, 7 hours a day, training clients plus working out, to not at all. They told me the easiest, best way to kind of get over it. I got a dog. I started mountain biking. Like, I bought a mountain bike. I started mountain biking. It was like, get out there, get active. Feel again. And that's what I started to do, because I realized I was slacking. I was slacking at work. I was slacking with my kids.
Mm-hmm.
I was truly slacking. Like, I didn't give a damn about my businesses. My businesses were just doing trash. And then the moment that I sought professional help and started really dealing with my emotions and my feelings, and everybody know I don't cry. I actually sat down and cried. I cried. I ain't even gonna lie.
Good.
And
How did you feel after when you cried?
honestly, it felt real good. It felt
You smoking?
it felt amazing, actually, because I don't do it.
Right.
I don't do it. So it was good to actually feel human for once, I guess you would say.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. We have like somewhat of a similar story, because I lost my dad back in 2019 to a fentanyl. It was an accidental like fentanyl overdose. Actually, December 8th. It's gonna be 4 years. This, coming up soon. And I just turned 18. Just had my son. It was crazy. I think within that time, I fell off really, really bad. I mean, I was having my tantrums. That's what,
That was
well,
right before we met.
right. That I would say that's what like my family would call them is my tantrums, where I just get in my depressed moods and I'm just constantly crying, just not wanting to be on earth. But I had to like really eventually. I still grieve till this day, but I'm just learning to live with it. I can say after losing my dad, I don't smile the same to certain things. I feel like he was like a chain to holding our family together, and now the family is kind of separate. So I'm his first daughter, so now I kind of like take a follow in his steps to bring my brothers around and my family around during holidays as much as I can. So I definitely felt that, till this day I still cry. I actually wear my dad's ashes in this chain that I have on. So I feel like he's always with me. I rep my dad everywhere I go. But yeah, I just feel like now that I have a son, it's like I have to get up every day, no matter how rough it is, anything like that. I have to get up and, be the mother that he deserves and, just learn to live with certain things. But, there's sometimes too where I am like, "Oof, I need a break." I need that mental break. And sometimes, honestly, in my life, I feel like I can't get that sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't have that support sometimes. So, that's kind of why today I just wanted to sit and talk about it, because I know there's several people out there who probably feel the same way in different situations, all type of things. And so I just feel like it needs to be talked about.
I mean, I agree. I know at some point in time I started to get kind of angry, and that's not safe for the world. That's not safe for myself. That's
Right.
where things really get bad. So,
Yep.
I understand. I understand condolences. So, what hit me harder than anything was my mom passed away from cancer, and it was like one day she was at work doing everything as usual, and then the next day it was like she was a whole totally different person. So, when things literally happen overnight like that, and I fly out from here because it's an emergency situation, and in a matter of 3 weeks, you go from having your mom full strength, full force, doing everything, and then you end up losing her. It changes life, and and it changes your perspective of life. So now I live life every single day to the fullest. I give my all in everything that I do because I know at some point in time my black ass ain't gonna be here no more.
Right.
And like even her funeral, all the people, shit, there was people showed up I had never seen, heard, people she went to high school with that they're like, "Oh yeah, she tell us about you all the time." Like, I ain't never heard about you. So my mom at the time was working for Davis Bridal, and they actually shut down Davis Bridal. Everybody that worked there came to come see her. So that was that let me know that she touched a lot of people's lives, and it was like, you know what?
That's really what matters.
Yeah,
Right.
It's time to go from this hood nigga to a good nigga.
Okay.
It's time to start
Okay.
changing people's lives,
Okay.
and at this point, yeah, I mean that's literally, whether she know it or not, shmoney. We gotta make shmoney a future multi-millionaire.
Yes.
It's in the making, for sure.
No, it's not in the making. So the first thing we gonna do is we gonna get you on this time management situation.
It's not in the making. Yes, it is. The process.
It's not. No, it's not in the making. It's already there. You just have to take it. There's a difference, and that's what I tell people all the time. Stop saying it's in the making, because it could be in the making forever. It's already there. So it's like you put the cookies in the oven. You take the cookies out the oven. By the way, we got some cookies here. I don't know if you saw them.
Yeah,
over
I
there.
seen them. Thank you.
And then you can enjoy the cookies. You are at the point where you just need to enjoy. The thing is you have to know your potential and really just get out of the box and go for it. But it's hard work.
Yeah. Dealing with mental health.
We on the topic. Let it out.
She know for real. For the 4 years we've known each other now.
4 years. It will be 5 next year. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's you know, I've always had mental health issues. I'm 25 and I've always had have always had mental health issues. That's the devil. You feel me? He want nobody to
It
see
goes on for 30 minutes. We turn it on
Oh,
early because somebody was late.
Shame on you.
I'm getting it together. What is it? Yeah, but because it's not really talked about in our community, it wasn't something that was really like heavy in our household. Like everybody knew in my household I had issues.
Right.
They used it as a benefit. It was their whooping stick when needed. You know what I mean? It's used for when it's used for their benefit, but when it comes to for it to not justify, but to not justify or be a reason, but to understand why I would do or act a certain type of way or do certain things, then it's, oh, you acting out, oh, you just want to be this, you just want to do that, you know what I mean? It's all this other negative stuff, but as I got older, I realized, like, okay, mental health really is an issue. It ain't just for white people, you know what I mean? Like, because to be honest, that's what it typically you only see. Usually you see the clear people only the one that's advocating for the mental health, and I know that's the curse that's been taught down, just from slavery and stuff like that, and all that types of stuff. I get it, but just being that person in my family, I'm the first person that in my household, in my family, to be on some medication. You feel me? For real,
To
you
freely
know.
be open and
Yeah, to
accepting
be
that.
open and accept it and advocate for it at that if you need it. Now, if you know me, you know me. I don't care to take pills, but just like you said, you did it for your kid. I did it for my kid. I kissed my son goodbye. You know what I mean? And went to go sit in traffic. So like, I understand. Okay, you got to do what you got to do to get a little bit of help. I've been through a lot of stuff. I've been through trauma from day one. You know what I mean? Just the situation I was born into and born out of, with drugs and alcohol and stuff in my system. So I had already kind of had a disadvantage if, just from looking at life. It was a disadvantage. I ain't have the fairest hand dealt to me, but it's okay because it gave me my character. You know what I mean? But for years I believed I didn't have no mental health issues. I was cool. Like I knew I was crazy, but I didn't know I was crazy. I would have my family call me crazy. You know what I mean? But then when it comes to me actually needing help is, oh, you don't need help, you just need to listen, you just need to do this and do that, when really the way you communicate to somebody makes a big difference on one, how they receive information that's coming out of your mouth. You know what I mean? Like that makes a big difference. You just gotta know who you're talking to, and unfortunately I was raised by hurt parents. It is what it is.
That's truth.
You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. My parents are really, as a lot of people, they need to be healed. There's a lot of trauma that they just use. Their generation is used to sweeping under the rug stuff, versus to our generation, we now speak out and confront things, which is the complete opposite.
Right.
So it's like friction when you come together. When I try to talk to my parents, like I think because it's actually serious. It's serious with me with my mental health. So you kind of got to take it serious, or you
Right.
can't deal with me. Then that's just what it is with me. You got to take my mental health into consideration when you're dealing with me, or you can't deal with me, because it's not gonna mix. You're gonna just be misunderstood by how I do things, how I react to certain things. You know what I mean? Because if you know me, you can tell. Certain
You have certain triggers.
triggers. This is a real friend. This is probably the only person in Arizona that I can think off top. My best friend in Spain. So this is the only person here, like, that know me for real on a personal level, and the only person that come on this show that know me on a personal level. She didn't see me through the happiest peak of my life. She seen me through the lowest peaks of my life. So like, she didn't see me off my meds, on my meds, in between my meds. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't seen it all. So people that know, you know, it's really real out here. And I also went through postpartum. On top of that, you know, and postpartum is really what hit me to start taking that shit serious. You know, I had just had my baby, and I realized, okay, God ain't letting me get out the game. So I do what I had to do. And I'm strong. I felt like I was strong enough. I'm like, okay, you know, I'm one of God's soldiers for real. I'm one of his big steppers, so I can handle it. And not that I couldn't, but I couldn't. Not by myself, you know, and the people that I was talking to, not that it wasn't help. I just needed more in depth, you know, more in depth help. And I had an issue with therapists. My mama wanted me to be and go to a therapist at 9. But I ain't feel comfortable because one, I don't feel comfortable talking to somebody that don't look like me about situations that I know they ain't gonna understand because it ain't something they got to deal with, you know. So I always had that big guard up, because I don't want nobody judging me. It's everything that they now have on paper documented for me is everything that I was didn't want it to be documented when I was a kid, you know. And it's really inevitable. But I gave a fuck more about what the paper would say, right, you know, versus to what really the reality is. Tia, do you need some help? Yes. I tried all these other options. You know what I mean? And I don't believe in suppressing. And I've gotten to that point, like I've dibbled and dabbled and had my stuff that will make me suppress my pain or cope with it, put it to the side, whatever the case may be. But it don't do shit. It just made my depression darker, 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 and deeper and deeper and deeper. So
you kind of answered a question I was gonna ask.
Oh, go ahead and ask it though. Go ahead and ask it.
No, you're fine. But so like you were saying, as far as therapists, you didn't want to, you know, talk to somebody who didn't look like you, who didn't know you, anything like that, because you were worried about being judged. So this is kind of a question for both of you. I'm not really sure, but did you guys ever feel who did you feel like you were safer talking to, like a family member or the therapist?
Bailey, you want to answer first?
So I wouldn't say a family member because for me at the time of going through what I was going through was my family members at the end of the day that were my uncles were calling me on a regular basis. Like I'm the one in my family that people go to because I'm like the strong one. You know, when the family comes together or tries to come together, I'm usually the one that's like, we should probably do this. And then I spearhead the situation. Then I usually, you know, pawn it off to somebody else. All right, go ahead and take it. Let's make this happen. It's just, I'm usually every weekend, for the most part, I call all of my family members. We have conversations. We talk. I check in with them. It's like almost every single solitary week I do that. Even the other day, I was just driving and just called my brother, even though me and my brother either text or message one way or another. And I was like, I just wanted to see how your ass was doing. Like, we talk almost every day. Well, almost every day don't mean nothing.
Right.
I haven't heard your voice. I want to make sure you good. Where are you at?
Right.
What are you doing? I know you working, but where are you working at? So, talking to a family member for me at the time wasn't going to happen. Just for the fact that they was calling me. I was who they was talking to. You know, we were going through the process together. And I was the strong one, so there was really no one for me to talk to. And then for the only other person in my life that I could have talked to, unfortunately, I would never do that because she's not gonna be able to handle a lot of the things that I go through on a regular basis. Shit, half the shit she don't even know about. So I figured professional. It was easier to go talk to a stranger because I mean honestly they paid to not judge my black ass for one. Two, there's a confidentiality.
You know your business ain't gonna be leaked.
So you can't leak. I can tell you whatever the hell I want to, and you can't tell nobody.
Right.
And then yeah, when I want to end it, I can do that. I can just end it, and it's over, and it's done, and I don't have to worry about nothing. And I can move on with my life. And that's pretty much exactly what has happened because at this point now, it's just a situation. If I want to, I can make a telephone call and go sit and have a conversation. And if I don't want to, well, I continue living my life. And at this point, um, there was a video that was on TikTok about 4 months ago, and I don't remember. I can't even remember what the video was, but that video. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm gonna be real candid. I was sitting there on the toilet taking a shit, looking at TikTok, and this video came on, and just immediately it was like waterworks, and that shit felt so good. And it was something about somebody missing their mama and all this and all that, and it was just the right time at the right place at the right moment. And since then, I can say I've been 100. Like I'm 100 back to who I am. People that know me know I talk a lot of shit. I have a lot of fun. I go out and I live life, and I hadn't been doing that at all. Like not at all. Whereas now I'm like, fuck, let's go. We're Gucci. I mean, I can say for me as a man, shit, a couple years ago, when your sex drive disappears, I knew something was wrong with me.
I knew. I was waiting. When you been talking about this whole thing, I'm waiting for him to say how he really knew he was depressed because he ain't really want no pussy. That's what I was waiting for him to say that. I swear it was finna come out.
Like,
I was waiting.
I mean, that shit's real though. Like, I never thought something like that would happen, but it's like it's super. It's real.
That is true.
Yeah.
Especially when you broke and stuff too. You don't look, leave me alone. I'm just not right.
You like, no.
I can't even think about that right now. I can't even get in the mood. I felt that. I felt
like
that.
A foreign language.
Okay.
It's more than a foreign language. That shit's like death at the moment. Like, good lord.
For real.
You worried about this? I'm trying to figure something else out. Leave me the hell alone.
I did a poll on Instagram and I said, how do you cope with your mental health? These were my options. One said talk to a trusted family or friend member. That got 29%. Then the other option was talk to a therapist. That got 7%. The other option was smoke, drink, party, etc. You know, however you get it out. That was 7%. And the last one was I don't talk about it at all. And that was 57%. And I thought that was, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
At least they being honest though.
Right.
But that's really real life.
What would you guys give those people, the ones that cope with it as far as like drinking, partying, all that, and who don't talk about it at all? What kind of advice would you give them?
Don't do it. So, about a year or so after my mom passed away, I think that's when I realized something. So, my go-to is Crown Apple and lemonade. I was in Atlanta I was working for T-Mobile. I was in Atlanta. 5 nights that I was out there, I probably drank $100, $200 worth of shots a night every single night. And I don't drink like that at all. And honestly, I say that's where that's when I truly started like gaining weight and shit, because Mass was drinking. I would say drinking is a no-go because all it does is numb you, and then after you get past being numb, you wake up and you still having the same feelings.
Right.
What about you, Tia?
At that point, it becomes an addiction.
Right.
Yeah, I refuse to become.
That's where people, a lot of people that are in the rehab that I work at, like they became addicts because they were in depression. They lost a family member. You know what I mean? Something tragic happened. They didn't know what to do with the pain.
Right.
So they found something that made them feel comfortable for whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I've been through all of those answers on your poll. You know what I mean? Like, I've been through the smoke, drink, party it out. I've been through the talk to people. I've kept it in. It don't do yourself no justice if you don't be honest with yourself. You gotta be honest with yourself. And being honest with yourself, that shit hurt. That shit is not comfortable. Because for me, especially with what I deal with, right?
Right.
With my mental health issues, talking about being honest with yourself when you have to deal with bipolar and personality disorder, you know what I mean? There's certain type of thoughts and just certain ways you think and certain perspectives that you have. You really gotta, you don't really want to make it not make it a reality, but put it in your head like, boom, this could be it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, this really is a real perspective. A lot of people don't a lot of people are not real enough with themselves. A lot of people like to be validated, so they talk to other people and they go to their friends or they go to certain people that they know that not only understand you but gonna side with you, because it's a difference from understanding you and telling you what it is versus to understanding it siding with you.
Can I be honest with that topic right there?
Yeah.
Out of all the people I know, friends, family wise, I probably have 2 trusted sources. I had 3, which was my father, because my father was the type, he would tell me everything. He never sugarcoated anything. He was just really trying to get me ready for the real world, especially that I was having a kid. So besides him, I have 2 other, I want to say, friends, because Tia's one of them.
I'm like, you ain't gotta say my name.
But I definitely have, just 2 trusted that, that tell me the things
what
I
it
need
is,
to,
exactly.
for what it needs to, what I
Yes.
need to hear, not what I want to hear.
Yes.
And I think that's very important for a lot of people to have, because nowadays, people are just trying to keep up with trends and the social media. And so, when you are going through certain things, they're not really giving you the true advice that you're needing, I feel like.
Because they don't want to hear the true advice themselves.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
or they're personally never just really been through
there.
that.
Right.
They never been there
Right.
to, so
Right.
always that's it's good to go talk to family and friends, but I also want to say, make sure, that's somebody that's not going to just tell you what you want to hear, because it's not going to better the situation at all either,
Yeah.
A lot of times, your family and friends though can also, they might use that against you later on.
Exactly. I was
Exactly.
about to get into that too. I would being a person that was so stronghold on, I ain't gonna take no pills. Oh, I ain't gonna have to talk to nobody. You feel me? Even from a little kid, I was like that. And now being a 360, I'm advocating. Go talk to them people. They, you know what I mean?
Right.
Go talk to them. And they actually cool. And to be honest, funny thing is, I was so gung-ho on making sure I had a therapist that looked like me. You know what I mean? So I done went and got me an African-American woman,
Right.
as my therapist. And that bitch just had me paying her to vent. Bitch, I got plenty of people I can do that with, And it was after, like, a few sessions, because I'm like, okay, I'm going to let the lady do her job. I ain't going to tell her how to do her job. I'm going to give it a couple sessions. We must have got to the 3rd session, and I told her, like, I don't be getting nothing.
Right.
I just be paying you to vent, and I got friends for that. You know what I mean? I got people I can call to do that. I was expecting some type of tactic, some type of substance to take home to apply to my life so I can see some change and make some difference. Girl, I came back the next section and it was the same thing. That was the last session I had. That was the same day I went to go sit in traffic. You know what I mean? So it was like, it's really real, and when you are a therapist and you are there, it is very important to take your job very serious, because you have somebody's life in your hands 100%, and you know what I mean. And I realized that, so I looked for a therapist with the right intention.
Right.
I don't even have a therapist, but the therapist that I did, they understood me. I was able to she diagnosed me in like 15 minutes. I talked for a while, but she had already got the diagnosis, because she just sat and listened. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, and this was a white lady. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so it's crazy. Like I was so gung ho on not wanting to sit in front of a clear person because I didn't want it to be judged or I didn't want it to have it in the book, and turned around and I'm like, put that shit down.
So
Make sure-
James said, "I don't really like this." So what is it that you are not liking?
Is it the topic of mental health?
Who knows? We gonna find
Or-
out. So let's do this. Phone lines are officially open. 602-736-6660. Speak up and speak out. If you have something that you've gone through and you want to talk about it, speak on it. If there's something you want to get off your chest, speak on it. Or if you just want to call in and comment. 602-736-6660.
I feel like some people might not like it because it's uncomfortable. You know,
Because it's the truth. The truth
It's
is
a-
very uncomfortable. And
Okay,
you-
well, hold on. We got one right now. Welcome to the show. You are live on air. Can you hear? Can you hear us?
Yeah, what up?
Hold on. Let me get you back. Speak up. Hey, give me 2 minutes and then call back. All right.
For sure.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Phone
I
lines.
just did it and it worked. Hold on. Oh, it ain't working now. Okay. Turn that off.
While we're doing this, I know somebody who's a friend, and she's actually a therapist. Everybody could go follow her. Her name is therapist.bay with two
Okay.
E's at the end,
I
and her
follow
name
her.
is Divine Carson, and she's African American, you know. So if you guys are, go follow her. She's very good, very
I
trusted.
follow her.
Okay, it's definitely working now. So yeah, you can go ahead and call in now. It is now live. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Boy, that's the first time we say call in. Somebody's just whoop. Then it don't want to work. All right, here we go. All right, you are now live on the air. We can hear you. I'm pretty sure you can hear us now, right?
Yep, what up? What up?
What's up?
Hey.
Hello.
It's your boy Leonidas, man.
Oh, what's up, Leon?
Chilling, man. Too blessed to be stressed. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's the best life. ain't it?
Leonidas, it's Shmoney.
I know who it is. That's what I wrote my boy B, and I was like, hey, that's money.
Yes. Hi, Leonidas. I miss you.
Nice to meet
Miss
you.
you too. Miss you too. For sure, for sure.
How you doing?
I just want to say real quick. Oh man, I'm blessed. I'm back in Phoenix. I'm here trucking full time.
Yes.
Happy to be back, and man, I got some plans. That's gonna hit in about a year. That's gonna change everything. So
I love that.
I'm just getting prepared for it. That's all.
Okay.
But you were good people over there. That's my G right there. He good people.
Yeah, he is good people. He is good people for
is.
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
We it's like me and you did. We linked like, off back, it was just cool. You know what I mean? Like he took me in, took me under, you know what I mean? Just like you would watch over me, he would watch over me. You know what I mean? So
That's right.
he cool.
Yeah,
And
you got a
he
good
keep it a
heart.
buck.
You got a good heart, Shmoney. So it's easy to you know what I'm saying. And then so it's easy to definitely connect, and then definitely want to make sure you're safe. You know what I mean? So
Yep. That.
I was gonna say like as far as the mental health thing, it is. We don't talk enough, and we kind of talk to be quiet a lot of times. And when I say we, y'all already know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Our people,
Right.
we're taught to be real tough. This gonna sound real nerdy, but you watch stuff like Star Wars, right? And they got the Jedi Masters, and they got the little youngsters getting trained up under the Jedi Masters. That's what I believe this our society should be. We should always have a young, like even if it's our child, we should have somebody in their life that we trust 100% that will help and guide them. Because a lot of times our kids stop listening to us, right?
Yeah.
So it's always good for somebody else to be there to so they can vent, so they can let they.
Yeah.
And I always play that role with my nephew for my brother.
Yeah.
You know, I know my nephew zone out listening to my brother, so I would always step in and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. It take a
Yeah.
village. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So
Yeah.
so find you ain't nothing wrong with having a mentor. I got mentors younger than
Mhm.
me. Ain't nothing wrong with that because somebody knows something about something more than you. You know what I mean. So but it's always good to find somebody to vent to. You know what I'm saying. So anyway, I just kind of jumped in here. I don't even know what I'm talking about, but
No,
You
I
you
just
made a
you
want to
lot of
good.
show
sense.
love.
Yeah,
You
you
made a
talking
lot of
about
sense.
it. You talking about it. That's what you talking about.
Shout out to all the men
Well,
out
I
there.
want
Right. Right. For real.
to
Shout
for
out to
sure.
all the men, all the black men out there that are taking it seriously and not, living that stigma or, whatever that society wants to put on, or also not just society, but it is also what we was kind of like forced to be like, you know what I
Right.
mean? So, yeah, shout out to the curse breakers.
Last month was actually
Oh, I
Men's
got.
Mental Awareness Month. If
Huh?
nobody knew that.
What
Well,
was?
nobody knows that
I,
because
I had no.
Nobody
I had
talks about
no
mental
idea.
health.
nobody talks about mental health, and definitely no one
It's
speaks about mental health
especially
for
for
men.
men.
Yeah, when it comes to
Exactly.
men,
Especially,
we are forgotten.
What you
I
said
got
it
I
was
got
last
one
month?
more thing too, and then I got to get my butt up because I'm going to the gym early in the morning. But one more thing, like right now, every time I look at social media, we're tearing each other down, men and women,
Yeah.
Exactly.
and it's getting is and even though I agree with some of it on both sides, it's disgusting though. I'm tired of us that being a focus. People are making money off of that,
Yeah.
and but it's time for us to start building each other up and appreciating each other because I'm gonna tell you, like, you got the man that the woman that wants that man to have all of this, and you got this man that want her to do all this. Whenever we get together, we the most ain't nothing more powerful than that.
Yeah.
Is a
That's
household,
the truth. That's the truth.
especially with us in it. You know what I'm saying? So we got. I'm tired. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of like, look, I pass it up now because everybody's saying the same thing about each other,
Yeah.
but ain't nobody trying to like do the opposite. So it's time to like build each other up and like really just focus on love, man. So that's all I got. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get in this weight room and throw the whole gym up in the morning. So
Well, thank you
All
for
right,
calling in, sir.
Leonidas. We
Yes,
love
thank
you.
you. You have a wonderful
for
night.
sure,
Have a blessed night.
somebody message me.
Okay.
When
Wait,
you
is it
get
the
Bia give
same?
you my stuff.
Is it this?
It might not be.
I'll make sure
Bia
she
get it.
get I'll make sure she get to you
Okay.
for sure.
We don't want to leak no
All
numbers
right,
out.
y'all
Okay.
stay up and be safe.
All right, you
All right.
too.
You too.
All right, bye.
No, he definitely spoke some facts right there.
Yeah. Oh, that's Leonidas. He do that. He's a big ass nigga.
You needed that too. You needed
Yeah.
that. You were like,
He
oh.
did. He can't even fit in this room.
He been in his room. He sat actually right where she's sitting at right now.
Oh,
And
wow.
he gonna
Probably-
and he gonna need this whole space.
Probably 3 or 4 weeks ago.
He gonna
Oh,
need
wow.
Yeah,
this.
so
So that's right before I came.
yeah, so literally the week before you showed up, he was here because he wants to do a podcast, and I told him I was going to help him out. And actually, he was supposed to be on the show, but he had to go out of town.
Should bring him on the show.
Yes, you should definitely bring him on the show one day.
So we have a lot of the same views when it comes. What I hate about modern day society is they're literally trying to pit men against women, and it sucks because it is going to continue. They're trying to break up the nuclear family,
Right.
and that is the worst thing that you could do for society is break up the nuclear family, because the moment you break up the nuclear family, well, it's just a control thing. You can't control men, but you can control the children a lot easier. especially when there's no men around. For instance, Shmoney said I was crazy on Friday night the way I was talking to my son, but
Yeah, you was.
we do those things as men to turn a boy into a man.
I understand.
And most boys, unfortunately, are missing that, which is why they stay as little boys. And well, like it's the men that y'all date today that y'all hate today because there is no man in their life, and that is like the prime reason. But it's those hard conversations that dad gives to them because unfortunately, I'll give y'all the situation. My
You
son
were
came in
dramatic.
here. No, it's not dramatic, and that's what I'm finna say. I'm gonna break it down. My son came in here asking something about his Switch. Okay, my son was being loud, yelling while he was playing his Nintendo Switch with his friends online. So I told him to come in here. And I told him to keep it down. If he can't keep it down, then I paid for the Switch. I will break the Switch. The reason I do that and I say things like that is, unfortunately, in the real world, when he is doing things he is not supposed to do, well, they're going to do everything to break him, put him in prison, lock him up, put him in handcuffs and everything. The way they're going to treat him is going to be to the max at all times. So if you teach them consequences at a very young age, which obviously there ain't gonna be no real consequences. I'm not gonna break no goddamn Switch I paid $300 for.
You might put it up in the closet or something.
But
Right.
the fact that they feel like there's going to be real consequences will teach him that if I do this, there's a consequence to it. Because unfortunately, a lot of kids, a lot of boys that are growing up into men, the reason they're ending up in the system is they never knew what consequences was. The consequence that most moms are going to give to their kids is not comparable to a real life consequence. There is a such thing as a healthy fear, and there's a reason why boys and girls fear their father, and they listen to it. But it's a healthy fear because they love their father to the max. We've always been the ones to be. We're always the bad cop, but why are we always the favorite too? My son, you can bring him in here at any point in time. Be like, Dad, I love you because you make sure I don't get in trouble and I do the right thing, and I know you're hard on me because it's the best thing for me. Now, if a 7-year-old can say that, what you think they're gonna say at 17 and then 27 and 37 and then 47?
Right.
So it's those little lessons that seem crazy now, but it'll stop him from ending up in crazier situations when he's older.
I understand.
That's definitely true.
That
So
makes sense.
there's a man I'm dating. You guys, Freaky Baby J is finally off the market. Round of applause for me.
It's temporary.
Nah, I think we locked in this time. Remember all that smack I was
Wait, did you say
talking?
locked in this time?
We locked in this time. This has been like my best friend forever. Okay.
Is this the one you called?
No. Definitely not that one. But no, this was actually my very first boyfriend. So he used to always like come and like complain to me about how hard his
Wait,
dad.
hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, back to what I said a week ago. There is no such thing as male and female friends. See, they're really just literally vetting you out, and they're going to pick and choose which ones they're going to fuck with when they're going to fuck with you. That's why men and women are not friends. But go ahead, continue.
It's funny that you said that because after that last podcast, I had that conversation with him, and I was like, "You can't have no female friend. We're not doing that over here."
Oh, well.
I was like, "We can't do that over here. Nope, sorry, I'm your only friend."
Mm-hmm.
But no, but like I was saying, he used to always come to me and complain that his dad was like always hard on him, like just rough talking him and everything like that. Mind you, maybe when he was about 2 years old, his mother passed away from a heart attack. And he used to just like always just like complain and just like talk really down on his dad. And I used to be like, look, I just lost my dad. Part of me don't want to hear that, okay? Because you only get one mom, one dad at the end of the day. And so I don't care how horrible, whatever, you still should have some type of love, you know? And you know, eventually as like years went by, and I kind of like used to tell him, instead of complaining about this, talk to him, let him know how you feel, let him know, you know, certain things are triggering you, or you know, just things like that, and see why he's being so hard on you. And eventually he started doing that. And he just came to me it was actually Thanksgiving. We went by his dad's house, and after like leaving, he was just smiling really hard, and I'm like, what's so, you know, what's so great? You know, it's like, you know, I know it's a thankful day, but you smiling a little too hard. Like, I was like, the food was good. But right. And he was just like, no, like, he was like, I live, you know, these were the moments I was, you know, I really wanted in life. You know, I wanted me and my dad to be like, he was like, this is like the first time I gave my dad a hug in years. And I was just like, wow, like, you know? And so after that, we kind of just sat and talked about like the past conversations we used to have. And, you know, he even told me like, he's just happy his dad was hard on him, how hard he was on him and things like that, because, you know, he's not in jail. He's never been in trouble with the law, anything like that. You know, he's out of trouble, and I respect that. And so I'm just like, you know, a part of me feels like I kind of saved him in a way, you know. And now I understand him a lot better, seeing him go through that transition with his dad. So I'm just like, okay, so, you know.
Yeah.
But I thought that was pretty good. He's the one who actually told me that mental.
That is good.
You know, that's really good, right?
No,
you know,
good.
I'm trying that currently with my mother.
Look at freaky baby Jay. Look at her.
You know, I'm currently trying that with my mother. Me and my mom, she used to be my bestest of friend when we were younger, but as I, you know, got older in my teenage years and after losing my dad, you know, I kind of, again, like I said, I haven't really felt the same since then. So, you know, she always used to be like, why aren't you smiling so much? Or why aren't you doing this and doing that? I would always throw attitudes back like, girl, I just, you know, like, I don't know. Like, I always felt like I was too good. But now I'm starting to, you know, really open back up with my mom. I try to go over there as much as possible to spend time with her, because I'm starting to notice, too, as I grow up, years are flying by so fast, and time, you know, time is, you can't get time back. Once it goes by, it's gone by. So, you know, I'm trying to, Tia knows how I am with my mom.
Yeah.
I used to complain to her like, girl, I can't stand y'all Virgos.
Yeah.
But no, I really do love my mama to death. Like, I love that lady to death, even though she get on my nerves sometimes. You know, that's my girl, you know? So I think everybody, when it comes to parents, no matter how harsh or the things they've probably done in the past, as, you know, when you're a child and things like that, I think you should always forgive them. And, you know, love them, because, again, you only get one parent. You only get one parent. And you will never really understand that until you lose them parents. And I really encourage a lot of people to do that.
Now, with that being said, make sure you like the damn video.
Yes.
Hit the subscribe button. And welcome back. This is Sunday Night Live. This Sunday, we are talking about mental health. Phone number 602-736-6660. You can give us a call at any point in time. Let's talk about it. Whether you got something on your mind, something you're going through, something that you had gone through, whatever it is, you know, that's what we're here for. That's what we're covering tonight. So we are opening the phone lines, whether you got something to say, if you got questions for us, whatever the situation may be. That is what we are here for tonight. And I'm also on leads, unfortunately, by hats.
I did send you a number. I had a friend earlier reach out when I was posting, and she was like, give me a call if I'm up, you know, I want to talk.
The first number or
the
the
first one.
The St. Who you know in St. Louis?
You'll see.
Who you know?
I don't want to put her name out there or nothing, right, unless she wants to, but I'm sure she will.
All right, well, I'm calling it right now.
Hopefully she ain't out at no club or nothing.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic.
Oh, she on Do Not Disturb. Never mind.
She on D&D. Somebody making they buns beat in.
She is on that.
You do not have to be doing that to have your phone on D&D.
you
I
know,
have my phone on D&D.
mental breaks sometimes. You just
Yeah,
want to be
you
away
just
from the phone.
don't-
It's a mental break, all right.
Today actually felt like, you know, a good day just to, you know, just breathe in and exhale for
Yep.
real. Like, it really
Today
did.
was a mental day for me. Ironically, I wasn't even thinking about the topic.
What'd
just
you
from
do
here.
today?
Nothing.
Like, nothing at all.
What is it? I got home because I stayed at the party late.
Mm-hmm.
So I got home this morning, and then Booty came.
Booty came.
My booty.
Yeah, that my son. That's what I call him,
That's
Booty.
what you call your son, Booty?
Yeah.
She
Booty.
calls her son Booty. I call
Booty.
mine Papa.
Yeah.
Because, you know, he came out looking like an old man.
My son.
You had a Benjamin Buttons baby?
He definitely came out looking like an old man. I was like, ooh, that's not my baby. Hold on. I did not carry this thing.
She had a
Coming out looking like
Benjamin
this.
Buttons baby.
Nah, he's the cutest now. I love my little baby. Nobody.
Hey, does that look orange to y'all?
It looks like a fire red to me.
I got it.
But I am kind of blind.
Wait.
Don't take my word for it.
She got a Benjamin Buttons baby.
Y'all, I know I was talking all that smack last Friday, but my son gonna tell me today, Mom, you got a baby in your tummy. I said, what? I know I just got my man back and stuff, but look, don't be doing all that. I was like, don't be doing all that. Don't be wishing that on me.
I don't think that's a wish. That's
I think he's ready for a sibling, y'all.
Say kids be
These
talking that
kids
shit
is
into
crazy.
existence like that.
2023. I think, you know, baby number 2.
Oh shit.
Currently, I'm not though. You know, I'm not planning for it. But if it happens, you know,
That sound like a plan for it.
if it happens, you know,
That
just
means
put
you
that
ain't,
out
if
there.
you ain't doing nothing to
That's how
stop
I
it,
have
that's
booty.
planning it.
That's how I have booty. Absolutely.
And
doing
today
nothing
on
to
How
stop.
That Baby Was Born, yeah, I wasn't planning on having any babies, but all of a sudden I'm pregnant with a baby. Like, what you
Man.
gonna do?
I don't know. I low-key been in that mood lately. Like, I've been thinking about it, but it's just like, kids is hard nowadays. It's hard. It's hard being a mom to just one. Can't imagine two.
They're expensive.
Yes, that's the extra bill.
Kids is more than an extra bill.
Man.
Shit, kids is crazy. Actually, I got this. I'm talking to myself.
Them cookies is fire.
She's like, them cookies is good.
And 602-736-6660.
I can't believe she
You got something to say or something you want to talk about? Or if you just want to say what's up, go ahead and give a call in. Sounds like Freaky Baby J is officially off the market. I was going to tell y'all if y'all want to shoot your shot.
Too
But
bad.
it looks like all shots will be repelled with I have a man.
You, girl, why somebody on Friday gonna call in and ask if me and you be doing it?
What? Swear. I didn't even get to watch it Friday because I was at a dinner.
Because you ain't said nothing.
I was at a dinner, so I didn't even get to what?
Yeah.
No.
He told me something. He gonna call in and tell me something. Because it was a girl here. She was into, like, swinkers and, like, the
She was
kinky
freaking
stuff.
deaky.
She was, like, into the fetishes and stuff like that.
Oh,
right?
wow. See?
So,
Yeah, you missed a good one.
I'm going to go back and rewatch it.
some dude gonna call. Tell me something. Hey, so what's up with you, Shmoney? I'm like,
So we don't know who it was.
I think they know who it is. I don't know who it is. He said he's a normal, viewer on the show or whatever.
He's a regular
A
viewer.
regular viewer.
Okay.
Yeah. So, girl, I don't know, but he told me something. So what's up? It's Freaky Friday. So what's up? And I'm talking about what you mean what's up? Like what you was getting at. And then he told me something. I think he brought you up. Yeah, he said something about how you was going crazy last weekend or something like that. And then then he was like, so what's up with y'all? I was like, yeah, that's my bae. You know what I mean? He was like, what? All right, so what y'all be into? And just asking questions and stuff like that. And I was just like, he was like, they just asking if we doing it. I was just like,
Me and Tia have never.
he got some
We-
would y'all. I'm like, would you
Now,
get
don't-
our people business? Like,
Don't get me wrong, y'all
Would
might
you
see some
right?
pictures of me grabbing some cheeks, slapping them a little
Right,
bit,
right.
hugging up all on her, cause that's my friend. She's beautiful to me,
what
so
they say, that little yeah. What they
yeah.
say,
But she ain't my little yeah, but she my friend, so that's my girl. But we ain't never crossed that boundary.
Nah.
It would never happen.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm just put that up. It would never happen. I be playing with her. She be playing with me sometimes. She be catching me off guard sometimes.
Right.
But I know it will never happen. It's not, because I really
We
do
have our
see her.
understanding.
I really do see her more as a sister than I do a
Exactly,
friend. So it's
exactly.
just it's boundaries that would never be,
Exactly.
that would never be
Exactly.
crossed.
Exactly.
I'm
like,
just
y'all people
we
business.
very just comfortable with each other though. Like
Girls
Yeah.
have a different
I told
relationship
him
though
no.
than what men do.
I told him no, but I'm like, damn. And then he just kept on asking, I don't know, girl.
that's fake. That's crazy
Hey,
that I
Bailey,
missed
he
that
threw-
though,
he
because I
threw
would have been like,
me off.
hold on, what?
Bailey, he threw me off. Didn't he throw me off last week?
Your
no,
ass
on
was all the
Friday.
way thrown out. You didn't
I
know
was
what to
like-
say or how to answer. And
Yeah,
I was
I
sitting
was
there
like,
initially
I
I
didn't-
was, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, who the hell is it? It wasn't until the text after the fact. It was like, okay, this
Let him
nigga
cook
was
it,
drinking.
That's crazy. Not that he remembered me from last
yeah,
Friday.
I'm
Like,
like,
So this is the thing. What you guys don't realize is I get messages through either Instagram or Facebook on a regular basis of people asking. So like when people hit me up, when I hit you back and be like, hey, so baby J, you wanna come be back on the show? That means fan favorite. People liked you.
okay.
So that's a good thing.
I'm gonna have to come back on another Friday.
It's just Friday. So Fridays is the lit ones. As a matter of fact, that's kind of what I was doing. I think I got the next couple Fridays, but I think so. The Friday the 23rd is that's Christmas weekend,
That's one of my best friend's birthdays.
and my debate was, should we pre-record a Freaky Friday and then do it, and then there'll be no call in, or should
Or we could dress up, for the holidays and get freaky.
So before it was ever Freaky Friday, when the first year starting this, we started like October, November.
Okay.
So for Christmas, I was all rated out with a Santa hat on and everything, and we went all out and had like a Christmas special. We had 3 girls on that night, and they had like the little reindeer ears and stuff. So if y'all want to go all out for Christmas, we can definitely go all out for Christmas.
We definitely gonna have to plan that.
Marte says, I've never been in the bathroom telling John Bro turn around and boxes look lit to you. Men have a completely different relationship than women do. Exactly. Women can get really close to each other where men can't. Y'all can have totally different conversations. Y'all can grab ass and play with each other's titties and like be real friends. Whereas for men, we we get to talk shit to each other. That's about it. You get to a certain level where you the yo mama jokes can be a little bit more personal because you know each other, so you know more stuff about each other.
Right.
But that's about it.
See, now we close.
right.
I think we both done seen each other, fully naked. Yep. Only,
Oh, hell yeah.
we've definitely seen that.
With me, with being my friend, that's one
Oh,
thing
yeah,
you
it
don't
come with.
understand. Yeah.
Because when she first
See.
got undressed, I was like, hold on, you want me to get out the room? She's like, girl, no. Girl, just look the other way.
Look, if it make you feel better, just turn around. You know what I mean? If not, you finna look the same thing you got. You know what I mean?
I'm the
It is
same
what
way
it
though
is.
too. Like
I'm comfortable.
I feel like I'm grown. Like if
Yeah,
you're
we
scared of a little
grown.
ass titties
Come
and
on
little,
now.
little
This
cookie,
ain't the locker
then,
room
and then
now.
what? You just
You
need to
do
grow
that,
up,
Enos.
right?
Planet Fitness.
But as far as crossing that boundary, nah. Whoever asked that, I can't believe.
Yeah,
that.
no, we I said no.
Hold on, my
but
little
you
brother
just-
texts me.
I'm with
It's gotta be the.
What happened?
Okay, so this is what I say. Y'all have no clue. Like y'all see a totally different person. This nigga said that's good to know you have emotions.
Wow.
I love you, little bro. I love you. That's all I'm gonna say. I love you. Oh
See,
shit.
men. That's men, literally.
So is he
Nobody-
don't got no emotions?
I do have emotions.
With the little head scratch.
Scratching my head, it was itching.
Cause dudes is
I'm a very emotional person. That's one thing about me. I hate it
that
sometimes.
just screams pain.
You know, but I'm a very emotional person. People be like, it's about the bigger things. I'm the type that's like, no, the little things matter the most because that's what makes the bigger things. That's how emotional I am. You know, so
Yep.
that's just,
Yep.
I think it's good to have emotions.
Hey, welcome to the video knock, and my condolences to you and your brother. I saw that I hadn't hit you yet, but condolences with you and your bro.
Condolences,
Yeah.
condolences.
Finish what you was saying. What you mean nope? Why you say nope, little bro? Get out the chat.
I think he's replying to me, so you don't got no emotions.
He's stop that. Y'all gonna make people think I'm just like crazy.
No.
I
That's
don't
just
know.
her people projecting their pain onto you, trying to make you feel bad for you being a real man, going ahead and getting it is done what you need to get
He
done.
said none.
Oh man.
I'm a changed man.
Yes.
Who I was when I was younger is
You need
totally
to-
different.
Where's your round of applause?
Hold up.
Do that for yourself.
Give it up to Mr. Bailey finally having some feelings.
Let's go.
It's never too late to change. Never too late.
Y'all stop cheerleading this nigga. Y'all want to be cheerleading this nigga.
No, but actually it's crazy because even though I was on, Freaky Friday, after the show, like on the way home, I mean, after being on the way home, me and, Tia, we kind of sat and we talked, and I was like, that was low key fun. Like, I really enjoyed myself. I'd never been the type to like fully open up about certain things. So that Freaky Friday, it was definitely, I was opening up about a lot of things that a lot of people didn't know.
Yeah.
Even afterwards, I had some people like, oh my God, like, what?
Yeah.
You? And I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm sorry, y'all, but I'm grown. I was even whispering here. I don't know if y'all caught it in the show, but I was whispering to her like, "Ooh, I don't know if I want to say things." Cause it's just I be forgetting I'm grown sometimes. But it was definitely fun. It was
Yeah.
a venting. It was definitely like a
Yeah.
venting sesh.
Yeah.
I needed that. Even
Yeah.
though it was freaky things, I
Yes.
needed that. I
Yes.
needed to,
Be
Yeah.
grown.
She said she say she a throat goat and everything else. Mhm.
definitely. I definitely say I say an 8. Look, I know what I could do, but I just say an 8 because I know there's room to grow. There's probably things I could do differently. I don't know, but I know I gets the job done. Okay.
You
Okay.
gets the job done.
I gets it done, and I gets it done well.
There she go.
But like I
again.
said, y'all, I'm off the market.
There she
Don't
go
even look.
again. Now she advertising.
She's
No,
not
I'm off-
advertising.
I'm off the market. My man probably watching me now. I'm sorry, babe.
She's not advertising. She just,
I'm
make
being
sure you
honest.
putting that respect on her name. Like,
I'm being honest.
She just saying it is what it is.
There's 1,000,001 girls out here, I'm sure, that be like, oh, I'm this, I'm that. But, you don't know. Take pride.
Let them know what it is for real. She know what it is. Don't y'all always say that?
Well, get your issue then. Shit.
I like a woman. I like a woman that knows what she wants.
Okay.
I like a woman that knows what she doing. Boom. There you go.
Well, no,
Not
every
the
woman
sound
know what
effect.
she doing. Okay, Marte says violence and capabilities of sports. Competing in sexual coincidentally keeps men close, where the complete opposite keeps women close. That's also where we have emotional outlets. Yeah, men ain't got no problems with competition. Women, on the other hand, y'all don't. Why don't y'all like competition?
Who?
Most women don't like to compete for their man, or other men, or their potential man.
I don't know. I
What
always
you
just
mean
feel
by
like
compete?
right.
I mean, usually if a woman will be willing to walk away from a man just because she knows another woman is interested in him, he might potentially talk to her. Or let's say I'm single and I'm dating.
Okay.
And I'd be like, okay, well, I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like, I'm single. I'm seeing somebody else too. And a woman will quit. Okay, cool. Well, then I'll just go ahead and bow out now, since clearly I'm not who you're paying attention to. And it's like, no, I never said that. But okay, that lets me know.
That's true. I'm that way. I just feel like, look, if your eye ain't on me, then apparently I'm not given what needs to be given. You know, that's just how I feel. So why even waste my time trying to prove my worth or be in competition with somebody else? You
Okay,
know.
so you know what that actually says more than anything? It screams insecurity. And if you were that good, then why would you bow out when you know? If you sit here and say, like, this is the thing. You big up yourself that I know I'm better than this other bitch. Okay, well then, like, why would you not prove that? Because at the end of the day, you also got to prove to us that, you know, you are wife material regardless. So just because there's another woman involved doesn't mean anything at the end of the day. Because you might bring something to the table she definitely isn't bringing.
Let's do this. Let's flip the question. You gonna prove yourself that you know?
How many times do niggas literally try to take girls? You can have a whole ass man.
You try.
And a man will
You
literally sit
succeed.
there and be like, I'll give you everything he ain't giving you. I'll give you everything he ain't. We don't care about that. We will literally do everything we can to prove we are better than the next man. Men don't. What men fall off doing that? Well, hold on, because I got to remember your age.
Yeah, I was gonna say I need a day older then, cause look, nowadays men ain't proving nothing but what they got in their pocket, and that that's not what I be looking for. So
Okay, no. City Girls, Meg the Stallion. Beyonce put that same bullshit music out there. Her ass been married for years. Cardi B, Glorilla, she's new to the scene. All it is buy me this and buy me that, and then we got Future. I'm gonna pay for this and I'm gonna buy that, buy a Birkin. You're living in a totally different time where, unfortunately, you guys have made music reality.
it's sad. It's very sad out here.
It is sad because it's like y'all literally allow music to dictate even how y'all date, whether you find love or not.
I feel like that's definitely like music.
Give it up to DeMarcus on Facebook saying that's what most women look for. True, and that is the truth. Most women are looking for dudes that just offer just the bag.
See, nah, I would rather.
I can get the bag, baby.
Right, I am the bag. Okay.
Exactly.
That ain't true.
I got my own money.
Not true though.
What do you mean, no? If I do got my own money, why would I? I don't know. I just
for a man that offers safety, security, and can provide. And if he's not a provider and you're in his role, you lose respect for him.
Yeah, but that's not the only thing we're going to depend on, though.
But that's the biggest thing that you do.
Yeah, but no.
Oh.
You're not gonna keep him.
Okay, look, listen to this.
That's like having another child. You really want to pay for another man.
Listen
Grown
to this.
man.
Listen to this. I done had some money makers up in my DMs, okay? Like, and I would rather have a 9 to 5, somebody who actually cares about how I feel and, what I like to do on a daily and respects me being a mother to a son that watches, what goes on with his mother, rather than just somebody who's flashing their money like, oh, I could get you this, I could get you that, I could, like, I don't know, that's just my opinion. So at the end of the day, me personally, I'm speaking for myself, I don't be looking for what, what's just in your pockets, Cause you know when things really is he gonna be there when you know my tire go flat on the road? I'm probably not. he probably gonna be with somebody else telling them the same exact thing, you know. So it's just like I don't be really looking for that. I be looking for somebody who's dependable. You ain't gotta have it all. I'm the type that I'll sleep on the floor with you on the pallet, you know. But it's like, yeah, money's a bonus, but it's not something that all girls want, especially nowadays. I think a lot of girls, well, not majority, but there's definitely.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you that, and it all sounds amazingly good. The bad
Okay.
part about that is one, you're only 21 and you're yet to truly be in the dating game. Two, you are a 21-year-old woman with a child.
Right.
Okay, so going back to what I said earlier, do you really want to take care of your child and then take care of a grown man the same way you take care of your child? Cool. Y'all can be sleeping on the floor on a pallet. He can have a 9-to-5 job. But what's going to happen is when things get tight, when bills need to be paid, where you need to be taken care of and you need to be able to rely on your man and you can't rely on that man, that's where your thought process starts to change. And that happens for every single woman. The question is, are you going to go through that when you're younger? Are you going to go through that when you're older? Those are the woes of what comes with relationships over time. What you're saying now, too, is the good, this sounds good for everyone in the world. This is the blanket statement. I've talked to my PR person, but is that reality? The reality of dating, women practice hypergamy. Hypergamy means you date up. Are you dating a man that's shorter than you?
I have, but not currently, no.
Will you truly date a man that's shorter than you? Like, you know he's shorter than you. He ain't getting no taller.
Yeah, if he's a good man.
And you gonna keep that man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you think he gonna grow because y'all in a relationship?
Right. You know, just because he's short don't mean, you know. I'm just
Hey,
like.
most women will not. Will you date a man that weighs less than you?
I've found men attractive that probably look like twigs. I ain't gonna lie, like their face was probably nice, but I've never been the type to like shoot my shot, so it ain't never went no farther than that.
Okay. And will you date a man that makes significantly less money than you?
I definitely have.
You have, but this is the thing. Would you marry let's put this in retrospect. Would you marry a man that's shorter than you, smaller than you, and makes less money than you? And divorce is not an option. And he clearly can't grow. He might put on some weight, but he has no ambition, so his pocket's never gonna change.
See.
Okay, when you say pockets never change,
he has no ambition. You're always gonna be the breadwinner. See how much
you're switching it. Now.
Yeah, you're switching it up now.
Well, okay, so this is the thing. Dating is
trying
temporary.
to put me in a corner to
dating is temporary. Dating is temporary.
Okay.
Who you will date is different than who you're going to marry. Who you marry, it is supposed to be till death do you part.
Right.
That is the person you're supposed to spend the rest of your life with.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the thing. Unfortunately, you will sit there and waste your time dating someone that you know you won't keep. You should only date someone that you plan to marry.
Right.
If marriage is not the goal, shorter, smaller, broker is not in your future. It's temporary.
Okay, you have a point.
When I bring these conversations, it's not that I'm changing the goalposts. I'm putting it actually where it's supposed to be. We're not out here supposed to be just dating. Marriage is always supposed to be the goal. Dating is for fun, shits, and giggles, but at the same time, you end up dating the wrong person, you create trauma. You end up sleeping with the wrong person, that's creating trauma, whether we like to admit it or not. So you're then just wasting your time, and again, you're a young mother. You will be bringing this man around your child. Can he teach your child to be a man? The richer dude that you say, yo, I turned him down. At the end of the day, the rich dude would actually be the one that you would end up marrying because he would at least offer you that. But again, that goes back. You're scared of the competition fact because you know other women is going for his ass. And y'all don't like that. But that's just it. You, like right now, well, go stand up a little bit.
A little bit. You know I'm tall. I'm 5'8".
I know, but I mean just stand up as a whole. And then get in the camera view. Let's get okay. So go sit back down.
Okay.
So, as the world can see right now what you look like, right?
Right.
You're at 21 years
good.
old.
Thank
You look good. You got body, yaddy, 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 right? Everything is working
Smooth
for
back.
you like it's supposed to. All right, is that going to be available in 10 years from now?
Probably not.
Correct. So do you think your value with men is going to go up or go down?
It'll go down.
Okay. So when do you think you should be potentially going out looking for the person that's going to last you for the rest of your life?
Maybe I want to say like late 20s.
No.
What?
It's actually backwards.
Early?
Yes. You by 25, according to all numbers, men look at women. Once you hit 25, 26, your stock goes down.
Right.
The fact that you're a single mother hurts you even more. I'm just being dead serious, like super honest.
No, I know.
Right? There's a lot of men that don't want to raise another man's child. There's no
Right.
benefit in that for him. And I don't know your baby daddy or y'all situation, but let's say he decides he's cool today, but he's crazy in 5 years from now.
I think it's the opposite for me.
Right? But if that were the case, we as men know that we have to deal with that. And a man dealing with a man, especially with their child, can become a life or death situation. And we can't really sit here and try to dictate what's going to happen between, a man and his child, even though I'm the one spending my time, giving him my values, treating this kid as if he's getting my last name, paying all his bills, Dr. Bill Benford, when he crying, doing all those different things. I'm taking care of that child, right? But in 10 years from now, he can literally go, you're not my dad, and my dad called me, and I want to go chill at my dad's house. That's hurtful.
Right.
And a lot of men have to go through that. So when you look at the situation, your age, where you're at, what you say today, honestly, is what society has taught you to say. You guys get to say things, but it's not your reality. Your reality is actually something a whole lot different than that. Hypergamy, dating up. Women call it gold diggers. Some men would say she's a gold digger. No. All women date up. You want bigger, better, more money in order for you to build to get to your next level in life, to get where you're supposed to be at. Because if that man can't take care of you, well, he's only gonna last for so long. We got a caller.
Ooh.
You are live on air. Welcome to the show.
What's good, Brody?
What's up?
It's DeMarcus.
Oh, what's up, D?
What up, bro? I had to ask a question, bro. I don't know where you at in the conversation.
All right, go ahead, ask away.
I just heard you talking about hypergamy.
Yep.
And I want to ask the girls if do they feel like they date up now?
I'm a hypergamist.
On the other hand,
So you,
I'm not. I really don't be looking for somebody who has a little like more than me. I ain't gonna lie.
First of all, I don't look.
They come.
Right. Right. They come. I really don't have to look. But as far as for me, because I've been through that already. When I was 19 and 20. You know what I mean? Coming out of it 21. So I didn't been through that. I didn't been through the hold it down, you know what I mean? Support a dude's dreams, you know what I mean? To watch him actually get big and flourish off of it, you know what I mean? Like, and be abusive in the whole nine, you know? So I didn't been through that. So for me, it's a standard thing, you know, because
Okay.
I know I'm a breadwinner. I've always been that. You know what I mean? So for me, the man has to be that. And I know as far as maturity, women do typically mature faster than men. You know what I mean? So even with age wise, you know, especially if I'm dating
How
or
old are you?
I'm 25.
Okay,
So,
you say you are high purpose.
right.
Do you believe women historically date up? Like they date up?
Most definitely.
Well, we didn't always have the choice. You know what I mean? Like,
But would you say historically women are trying to date men that have more, that do more, things like that?
well, yeah, for sure. You know, every woman's motive is different, you know, when it comes to hypergamy, right? Like your motive behind it could be different. Mine is for value and standards. Some women are just trying to come up off a bag or, you know, not wanting to do the work because unfortunately now what's happening in society, women are wanting to date with men, you know what I mean, just for the bag, marry men just for the bag so they don't have to do nothing with themselves. You know, they don't have no ambition, you know, so it's kind of like switching a little bit, you know. What is it? Yeah, but for me, it's for value and standard.
Okay, so let me ask you ladies this. If women historically date up, would that mean men historically date down?
No,
I don't know. I've seen both.
I was just about to say that.
I, no, no. What I'm asking a simple question. If women, you just said pretty much women historically date up.
Yeah, but there
Does
are
that
different
mean men
reasons.
historically date down?
But it's for
Well,
different
there's a reason
reasons.
for everything.
Right, but the reasons
So
matter.
what are men
There's
dating for?
always going to be a reason for everything. Reasons matter.
I don't want to necessarily
Right.
say
So what
I
do you think?
date down. I want to say I date. I find somebody that at least has, equal to what I have. I don't go like if I know if this answers your question a little bit, if I know somebody's like, like he said, no ambition and things, I'm not even gonna look their way. Like that's just truthful. But if I know there's somebody out there trying who at least is like on the same level that I am, cause then I feel like that's where the double standards come in. Like, you want
Yeah.
some, that's just me personally though. So,
Yeah.
but the question that you're currently asking, do you feel men, date down? Um, I don't know. Like I said, I seen it go both ways. It really depends on,
It
what's
depends
the
on one,
reason
right?
why.
Are you dating to date? Are you dating to marry? Like I'm at the point in my life where I'm trying to be a wife, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to improve myself, my adult living, you know, the way I take care of myself and just my structure and routine in life, you know, to be a wife, you know what I mean? Like, cause I've been through that, you know, so the
Okay,
the
great.
reason matter.
That's even better answer. So let me ask you this then. Since you're dating to be a wife, what are you looking for in a man? Like the simplest answer. Like just make it simplify it as much as you can.
Stability, security. I mean, I'm gonna have that for myself, but it's different coming from a man because I have a son, you know, so I have a family. Like, so for me, like, I'm looking for stability, security, you know, whole togetherness, being able to build an empire legacy. I have a son, you know what I mean? Like, build a life for him because I
So
didn't been through life, me and his dad. So it's like, you know, you know you wanna just build your individual self. Like for me, I want to become the best mother that I can be to, you know, get the M so I can take care of my son, you know, so he ain't got to go through life the way I had to go through. I think that's why I went through life and go through life so rough, you know what I mean? Because I know what it feel like, and I have hustle and ambition. So because of that,
There is an answer to that question, and the answer is actually kind of easy. Do you guys know Jay-Z's net worth?
I don't know,
No,
but I know
I
he
don't
got
think-
some money.
$1.6 billion. Do you know Beyonce's net worth?
She's under him.
$435 million. So when you look at it and you ask the question of if a woman's dating up, does the man date down? And when they met, they were pretty even,
Right.
right? But as time has gone on, and especially as he started to have kids, guess what happened? He went the extra level. She stayed. She's gonna stay her.
Well,
course.
another thing is
So
that
are we talking
people
down
don't take into
financially?
consideration is
Well, it's not that. So
wait, hold on. Men hit their financial stride in their 40s anyway.
yep.
Most men don't hit their financial stride until they're in their 40s.
And they push
There-
harder when they
there's
have
the-
children.
Exactly. Always. It's always like that. It's always been that way, and it's always probably gonna be that way.
So when it comes to hypergamy, yes, men are dating down. When it comes to the relationship,
And that's my question. That's why I was trying to get to that exact answer, not the feelings and all that, the involvement, the talking around in circles. I'm saying the
We're
direct
not talking about
yes
circles.
or
That
no.
was the answer.
the what
No,
is
I'm not. I'm just saying there's answers that are feelings and there's answers that are facts. When I'm saying I'm looking for the factual, like yes, we're probably dating down, or men are probably dating down. Men don't really gain anything. I mean, we gain kids and stuff like that,
but we don't gain
family,
anything by
things
getting
like
married.
that. But
There's no gain to marriage.
exactly,
Our
not directly
whole,
by it. Women solely usually gain by marriage.
if a man had to choose, he would slay his entire life. And it's usually because a woman comes along and she wants to get married, and for his love for her, he'll choose to get married. But if you gave us our free will,
You ain't looking to be married.
no man wants to get married. I don't care what anybody says. No man in their right natural mind wants to get married. And if he does get married, the closest thing to marriage is him having multiple wives.
Okay.
Which every man's gonna take Solomon's life.
All right, appreciate y'all taking my question.
Of course.
Appreciate you. Good calling in, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I'll holler at you later. Okay, we had another caller. They was emphatic on calling in.
Let's call them back.
All right,
Okay.
I sent them. So the app thing actually lets me text them. So I said we had another caller on the line, but they're next in line. So I just told them to call back.
Hopefully they do. This good conversation though. You
Yeah.
know, we have some
Yeah.
few callers in. I
Yeah.
like that.
Sundays has turned out to be better than freaking Fridays.
So we get deep and
Yeah,
uncomfortable.
mature.
We
So
talking
maybe-
facts.
Maybe on Fridays we need to come with some with a subject matter.
Let's get down and dirty on Friday.
Yeah, I
Sorry, I can't answer the phone right now. Please leave your name, number.
I'm down for that.
The chat look like it's popping too, low key.
That was Marte, but there's chat on Facebook. So these chats that are coming through are coming from YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter.
Okay.
Actually, tonight, the ones that are coming through the most are coming from Facebook. And usually by now, I've shut Facebook down. But due to the subject matter of the evening, I decided to let Facebook stay up because we're not actually going to be going against any of their guidelines because they're very strict about what you can or can't say or do on Facebook. Same thing for Twitch. Twitch usually by now I've already cut off because the exact same thing. But this fits all up in the guidelines.
It's a good topic, y'all.
Yeah, it
We're
is.
having some good conversation. I'm even, what I really enjoy about being on this podcast, Mr. Go Get 'Em, is I'm learning. You're opening my point of view up to a lot of different things,
Same.
especially from a men's perspective.
Yeah.
Some things I probably would have never thought of,
Yeah.
you open those, those windows for me.
Yeah.
So
So
I respect it.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. What a lot of people don't really understand is, okay. So I used to post about this quite often on Facebook, right? And a lot of times they'd be like, "You're a misogynist." Actually, there's nothing misogynistic about what is being said. Um, these are factual things. You're gonna have plenty of men call in that are gonna have those exact same questions and do that. And the thing about it is, I haven't talked. I ran the streets with him. We don't talk on a regular basis. He came from Facebook. The last time we had a conversation, probably about 4 months ago.
Oh wow.
And we don't talk about relationships. We don't talk about love. We don't have those conversations. So for him to call in and to ask those questions, then that's a lining of questions that I potentially would have with other people. What we don't understand, or what we fail to understand, because everybody wants to be different and special and all that, is we are all the same.
Exactly.
All women, y'all all want the same things. All men, we all want the same things. You are different as an individual in the way you may handle things and do things. But inherently, our DNA is the exact same and has been the exact same since Adam and Eve. And that's not going to change. And then whether we like it or not, you can call it religion or whatever you want to. We were created by a higher power that wrote in a book. It is him, man, woman, children, and then I say dogs, because some of us as dog people, I'm a dog person. Okay? There is a natural order, and the thing about it is exactly what Leon said. When you put a man and a woman together, they become a force that the world doesn't want to deal with. Our current government and society doesn't want to deal with married men and married women, or men and women in happy relationships. And it's even worse. I don't care how you look at it. Look at every other country, because 87% of the world doesn't believe in monogamy. Only the United States of America and Western U.S., Canada, Mexico, Australia, UK. You take that, the rest of the world is not monogamous. They are the richest countries. They are the happiest countries. They are the countries that have the least crimes against women all the way around the board. They have more children. They have better families. And there's one thing that is very common that we don't have: structure.
Right.
The moment you lose structure is the moment that you lose your identity. We as human beings, going back to what we were talking about earlier, and this whole podcast tonight is about mental health. Guess what? They removed our structure. And because they removed our structure, it put us in the situation that we're in today, where guess what? It only affects us. You have certain cultures where Asians still marry Asians, Mexicans still marry Mexicans, whites still marry whites, right? But black, they do everything to tear us apart and keep us apart from each other. And the reason that they do that is because it's been proven time and time again. Right after even slavery, we became banks, business owners, landowners, all under ourselves, under our umbrella. They called it Black Wall Street. And Black Wall Street took over regular Wall Street. So they tore it down. And then they gave us a new system, aka food stamps, public assistance, and all these different things. Installed daycares, because daycares came to us first, as a way to, and then started to incarcerate the black man at the highest rates they've ever done in history. And guess what? We bought into it. Then they allowed the music, and they have, whether y'all like it or not, world, the music that comes out is used to spread purpose, and is used to celebrate our downfalls. They talk about hood shit and they glorify it. So now you got more guys wanting to be hood and prove they're hood and be real. And in order to be real, you gotta kill another black man. And all women's got to be B words and hoes and all these different things, which creates more and more division. But if we were to go back to our where we come from, well, you gonna see a very well off, handsome black man, probably with multiple wives. And guess what? You go into the middle of the jungle, and in the middle of the jungle, where they still wearing loincloths and big titties is hanging out. And when they say it takes a village, well, it's gonna be a man with his multiple wives and a whole lot of kids, and they are literally a village taking care of each other. We can't get, whether we like it or not, you can't get away from, and history repeats itself.
Right.
Go ahead, get on TikTok, type in polygamy, not polyamory, type in polygamy. Let me know how many couples you see, and then how many of them are also African American. Get on Facebook, hashtag, Twitter, hashtag, Instagram, hashtag, and you're gonna see one of the most beautiful things that you ever gonna see. A lot of black families, but it's also the number one thing that a lot of people don't want to. They've been trying to crucify it, but it's becoming a very normal thing to see is a man with multiple women. But if God came down right now and said, "Okay, Bailey, grab one of these women, make them your wife," he'll probably be back in about 30 minutes. He gonna do that 11 more times because women outnumber men 11-1. You gonna complain then when you have a direct order from the person that created you? Probably not. Or you may have an issue, but guess what? You're not gonna have any other choice.
Right.
So it's not a bad thing. I'm not gonna say it's a bad thing. I'm not gonna say it's a good thing. Everybody's got personal choice. They're gonna do what they want to. But I feel like whether we like it or not, it's starting to happen way more than what we thought they like. As much as the world is pushing this agenda of you can be whoever you want to be on 8 and 9-year-olds and trying to get them to change their genders. Well, the grown folks and the adults are like, cool. Well, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the total opposite of what y'all trying to make me do. I love this woman, this woman, this woman, and this woman. People keep, you see how they try to ostracize Nick Cannon. But who has a problem in his circle? Because
You said they tried to ostracize him?
yeah, they try to make it seem like he's doing a horrible thing.
For having his kids?
Because he got multiple
all
kids
those
with.
women are totally happy, taken care of. I even got into it at one point in time where somebody was like, "Oh, I would hate to be Mariah Carey. I hurt for her. I feel sorry for her. We all feel bad for her." It's like, she was just at they kids' birthday party with all these women and the other kids, and she was perfectly fine. How you gonna feel hurt for somebody that ain't feeling hurt?
Right.
Like, there's a reason that they get along. This ain't, you can't tell me that this is something that Nick Cannon is new to him. I would say what he did is the reason they got divorced is because she was like, I want to be the only woman, but I can't stop you from living your purpose. If you are a man and you have faith, it don't matter what faith it is. Tell me a faith where monogamy was what it was pushed on men and women. I'll wait, because I know all of them. There isn't one. And it sucks, but as men and as women, we are meant to love each other. We are meant to come together. We are meant to do things. And the thing about it is, for instance, let's say y'all had a man and he was sitting in between both of you right now and y'all were both married. Shmoney is a go-getter. She's a hustler. She can go out and hustle. While she's out hustling, you could be at home with the children, making sure the children are well taken care of and everything is done. And obviously that man is taking care of everything. So honestly, what Shmoney would be doing is be supplemental to what he is doing and potentially what you may not want to do.
I'm like the middle nigga.
Who's losing? Yeah, who's losing though? But who's losing?
I was gonna put a little joke out there. I was like, I wouldn't mind, that's just
That
again.
sounds ideal.
And as a man with multiple kids with multiple women, I can tell you this. You know the crazy part? When I was with them individually, well, when my first kid, my second one clearly wasn't around, right? All right, now go ahead and now come to 2022, right? You think them two are close as hell? You would think they was best fucking friends. But they hated each other when I was with the second one and not with the first one. Oh, you think you're going to take her around my kids, blah, 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 right? But then the moment that you're not with either one of them, now they're best friends and the kids are hanging out. And they're like, why was you mad about me taking the kids around her? But it's okay for you to take the kids around her. Women band together regardless at the end of the day. I'm pretty positive y'all know of a relationship with a man that had multiple kids, or kids with multiple women, and then after the relationship, those women became best friends, but they hated each other when they was with the man. Make that make sense.
That's my baby father right now. Trying to put him out on the spot, but this man got like 4 kids, and I'm cool with every single one of the baby mamas. Just because, at first they wasn't liking me because I was
the new girl.
No, I'm actually HBIC. Okay, head baby mama in charge. That's why they didn't like me. I had his first kid. After all those, they was like, oh, they kind of see me as a threat till they seen. I was just like, I'm cool. Like, I'm mad. I'm his baby mama too, So even afterwards, I get calls from them like, hey, how are you? Or I'll get random pictures of the kids and, so I understand. I definitely understand where you're coming from. I get that.
And that is a reality. And guess what? Whether you know it or not, as these kids get older, y'all are the village.
Exactly. We're the ones to keep it together
and y'all gonna help each other out.
Right.
The only difference is to make it smart and concise. You might as well all be under the same roof because y'all all love the same man. Differently for different. I mean, you're not together now. But what I'm saying is, that's how. If you were to do it that way, that's how it would be done. And guess what? Y'all still gonna get along the exact same way.
How you feel? Hold on. Tia over here shaking her head.
It's different when you living with somebody. That takes a whole different.
Explain. Come on, speak your mind.
Well, just even when we just living with somebody, like living with a friend or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
That's gonna always okay. So living together, technically speaking,
we trying to take it to the full extent and shit.
We wasn't supposed to all be under the same roof per se. We lived in huts and different.
Well, that's what you said.
True. I mean, in the world we live in today, that ain't the world that ain't the physical world we live in. So yes, it's gonna be a lot differently. Imagine being at a 5-bedroom house with 3 other baby mamas.
No, sorry, no, thank you.
That's Bad Girls Club.
Okay,
it is Bad Girls Club.
I had to be whooping ass.
But it's not Bad Girls Club because they just wilding out for no reason. We ain't gonna.
We're in a new reality though. It's like a conversation from earlier. Us girls, like you said, we always see each other as competition.
But that's bred in you. If you were raised differently, that wouldn't be like that. 2, if you changed your programming, because you're programmed, we're all programmed. You know Pepsi by the logo. You know Pepsi by the commercial, the jingle. What's about to come out real soon? The Coca-Cola bear for Christmas. Every kid can tell you about that. Coco Melon, look at you. Coco Melon, okay? Kids don't even have to see Coco Melon, but they can tell you what Coco Melon is just by hearing the intro.
All right.
When I was a kid, Tom and Jerry, Little Rascals, the Transformers, He-Man, by the power of Grayskull. Like, we are literally trained in ways that we don't even understand that they use, and they're using that to control us in ways to do the things that we do and how we do it, right? And when they do that, that teaches us also to grow up and act a certain way. And sometimes, as they say, you break out of the matrix, and sometimes you don't. Now, when you are hit with the matrix, which you ladies currently are in the matrix, and I'm like Neo, red pill, blue pill. Do you want to know the truth or do you want to live the lie? you're gonna learn regardless. But the thing is, once you learn it, what are you gonna do with the information? It's like Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. They gave us a lot of beautiful information. But the question is, what are we gonna do with that information? Are you going to continue to live in the matrix, acting as if you didn't see nothing, you didn't hear nothing, and it's not real? Are you going to change your programming and become the person that you are actually supposed to be in the first place?
Makes sense, you know. I want to be the person I was supposed to be.
Y'all are. You gotta understand. I will never downplay a woman. You guys are the creators of life. You. The way you guys raise children, are around children, love children, give them the attention that they need. Even when we're like, leave them alone, chill out. They don't need all that. We know that inherently the child does, and that is your role in life because you're giving them something that I'm not nourishing like that. I'm not nurturing like that. I'm not loving like that. I'm not caring like that. Babies start crying. Yeah, 5 or 10 minutes. Yeah, we cool. After that, I gotta go.
No emotions.
Here you go.
I'm just
I
like
have emotions. You know, it change. We're just different. Now, if we have to do it, like we're gonna do it because we have to. But do we just sit there and want to do it? No, but you do, and it's crazy. Like you guys are willing to take on the hardest role in life, and you guys do it by choice, and you love it.
It's
right?
like that when you and Marte had asked me, would I work 20 hours straight, like a 20-hour straight shift?
Yep.
You know,
you're gonna say no.
But
you'll do it for your kid.
Right, for a kid.
For my baby,
you know what I
of
mean?
course,
Like,
I'm gonna.
for sure.
You'll stay up for 48 hours taking care of a sick child, not
Yeah.
getting no sleep.
Yeah.
And
right?
still go to work.
And
Yep.
still, you know what I mean? Like,
Whereas,
yeah.
give me my 20-hour shift, 7 days a week. Even.
Y'all rather work. You know what I mean?
Give me that. And that's why men and women are
But that's the
perfect
balance.
and meant for each other. That is the yin and the yang. That is the balance. And that is what we as an entire world need to understand. We are so out of balance right now.
Right.
The balance is way off, which is why for you, like in your new relationship, talk to him. If it's not something where you guys are both sitting there going,
It is new.
this is for the rest of our life, and this is our goal, like have the hard conversations. Fuck his favorite color, fuck his sign, fuck his favorite food. What is your goal in the next 10 or 20 years? How many children do you want? Okay? Are you going to be there when I need you in the hardest times of life? I make this much money. How much money do you make? Talk about the things that actually make or break relationships.
Right.
That way, and if it don't work in 6 months from now, you can be like, I didn't know anything about him. Everything I thought he was so fake. No, what's fake is the conversations that people have when they're so-called dating.
Right.
They're having fruitless, freaking stupid conversations. No one's talking about the things that actually matters that keeps people together. Find out if you're on the same page. Find out if you have the same goals. Find out if you want to push your children in the exact same direction. Find out if he really is into you and the fact that he understands that you have another child and he knows he's got to raise that child for the rest of his life, which means regardless, he is financially responsible for that child, even when that child goes, you're not my daddy.
Can I put something out there?
Yeah.
So with this relationship, okay, like I said, this was my very first boyfriend. So I probably started dating probably at age 14. Let's just put that out there. I'm 21 now. So I've known this man for a while now. She knows I've known this man for a while. We've definitely dated on and off before, And reasons we were off was because of some of these conversations, you know. At the time, like how she said earlier, women do mature a little bit, you know, faster than men do. And I'm a true believer in that. This man has no kids. He knows I have a kid. He knows my kid comes before anything. He knows how I like to be treated, especially in front of my kid, because he's a boy. He does look up to this man. And so everything you just said, I really do agree. I really do encourage those conversations. I've had these conversations with this, you know, this current man that I am in a relationship with. And back in the day, his answers were totally different. And that's probably 9 times out of 10 why we were off. And now that we have came back together, it's because, again, once we did come back together, we had these conversations again, and answers are, you know, we're on the same level. You know, we're ready for the same reality. He understands that I have a kid. He understands my kid is going to look up for him, you know, look up to him. He understands all of that. So everything you just said, that's facts. You know, that's definitely facts.
And you know the crazy part? Those conversations also fall in line with the subject of exactly what tonight is, mental health.
Exactly.
Because when you are mentally healthy and you are where you're supposed to be and you're living, see, what we forget is about living our purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys need to start living your purpose. Money is not a purpose. Buying things is not a purpose. Owning things is not a purpose. But being the best version of yourself, who you are as a person, who you can be, being the ultimate version of who you are for your children, to your friends and your family, not burning bridges. Relationships are what make this world go round. And the majority of the relationships that you're going to have in life are going to be professional, business, and friendships. And if you can't build even those relationships, you can't build a relationship under your own roof, which means you have to mentally yourself be at a level in life where, one, in order to live your purpose, you have to be honest as fuck. You have to be able to tell the truth whether people want to hear it or not.
Exactly.
A lot of y'all hate me for how open and how honest I am, but what I refuse to do is, and I say this to everyone, there ain't shit I'm going to say behind your back that I didn't say to your face first. If I'm willing to say it to your face, you know, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's never going to be anything said behind your back that you don't know about. That is living your purpose. That is being the truest version of who you are. You want to talk about I'm real? That's real. And guess what? A lot of people, that's a hard pill to swallow because so many of us are people pleasers. Stop pleasing people and start making yourself happy. That's mentally, physically, emotionally, metaphysically. When you live that life and you live in that, I can tell you, you are going to be the happiest you have ever been in your entire life. Life will make sense to you. The world will make sense to you. You will see your purpose. You will know your purpose. And then you know the biggest part about that is you can help other people get to that exact same point.
Exactly. To add on to that too, not only, you know, when you're sitting here lying, not only are you hurting the other person that you're lying to, because now you got them believing something. And, you know, when the truth finally comes out, not only are you mentally breaking them down in a way, but you're also mentally breaking yourself down in a way because you start to believe those own lies. You're starting to, you know, you're programming yourself like, okay, I could just lie my way out of things. And there's always consequences to that. Always, you know, it always fires back. So that's true, you know, always stay true to yourself, stay true to others. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
That is the winning statement in life.
For real.
And I can tell you half the things that y'all think that I be saying is crazy, and y'all be like, you ain't never gonna find somebody. You ain't never gonna love nobody. Ain't nobody ever gonna love you. I'm just gonna say this. You's a motherfucking lie. You's a motherfucking lie.
But no, that was some good conversation.
Yeah.
Well, with that,
here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
this is your moment. Which money?
y'all be true. Be able to look into the mirror and talk to yourself. That's just hard. If you can't look in the mirror, if you can't even look at the mirror, just staring yourself, you know what I mean? Like, be true to yourself. Be open. Just be willing to become a better you. Put your pride to the side. You know, pride come before a fall. You know what I mean? You gotta humble yourself. You know what I mean? So you can become higher. You know what I mean? And move up. So tune in for the next show. This Friday is gonna be Freaky Friday. I don't know what we got in tune this week, but stay tuned. Mr. Go Get Him will let you know.
Yes.
And
We gonna need a little.
Baby J, you got anything to say?
I do. I do. Always remember, stop blaming others, for being a problem. Take responsibility for, your own actions and own up to, sometimes you being the problem in certain things, So I think that's all I really have to say. We've touched bases on everything. Yeah. I enjoyed tonight. Thank you guys. Again, follow me, that girl JTC, on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Make
sure you leave a comment. We want to hear feedback specifically a lot on this this topic, this episode. Make sure y'all DM Mr. Go Get Him, DM me, DM Jay. Yes. You know what I mean? We willing to talk. We can do continued shows. If there's more things y'all want to talk about, definitely we want y'all to be real vocal in the chat this time.
I love being fan favorites too. So.
Okay.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of No Cap Reacts. Freaky Fridays. We are here every single Friday at 9 p.m. Arizona time, or you might call it Mountain Standard Time for some of you guys, because y'all don't understand that Arizona time doesn't change. We also have right here, it is Sunday Night Live with Shmoney and myself, Mr. Go Get 'Em. And we do this now at the new time of 8 p.m. every Sunday night. Both are call-in shows where we love to hear from you. Don't miss out. Stay tuned. Hope to see you on the next show. With that, and we out. Like the video. Subscribe, goddammit, because the shit is free.
Balenciaga's on my feet, stay in. Oh, boyfriend. I got these pointers, neck and wrist, stay in. Oh, boyfriend. I'm always